Who was it who said, was it Rush Limbaugh who said the secret of the left is that everything is okay as long as you have consent? Was it Rush Limbaugh who said that, or was that Bill O'Reilly? It was Rush? Yeah. In a startling display, in a startling, I guess, exposure of conservative ideology, he said this as though this was some kind of gotcha, like he'd figured something out. You know, the secret with the left is that everything is okay as long as you have consent. And that, in his mind, when he says this, it's like a bad thing. Like he got him. Like, ah, well, that's their pathology, you know? But the fact that somebody like that could say that with that intonation, I mean, that's an indication of how he feels about consent, right? Oh, there it is. Thank you, Thana. If there's consent on both all three or all four, however many are involved in the sex act, it's perfectly fine, whatever it is. But if the left ever senses and smells there's no consent in part of the equation, then here come the police. But consent is the magic key to the left. You've got it, Rush Limbaugh. That is true. Consent, when not there, is that, yep. When you're doing sex, yes. Like, this is, like, he's literally, like, folding his arms. Like, the radical left will tell you that if you have sex with somebody without their consent, it's, here come the rape police, just because I fucked someone without their consent, you know, like, literally, like, that's what he's saying, you know, and now he's dead and in hell, so it's okay. Curious, it's almost like lack of consent is the literal definition of rape, and he doesn't understand that. Conservatives don't care about rape. Have you ever seen conservatives talk about rape? Marital rape was legal up until a couple decades ago. A lot of conservatives literally do not, like, care. Like, they don't care. They only care about when it's, like, blacks or Muslims or whatever doing it, you know? You see this as a recurring, like, conservatives will sneer at rape reporting, consent activism. Literally, like, they'll make fun of people for, like, teaching how consent works. Like, I don't know how you could make fun of that without being pro-rape. But then when it's, like, a black guy or, like, a Muslim or whatever, somebody, then all of a sudden they're, like, staunch warriors of the West, you know, like riding in to defend the white women from the, you know, from the misbehavior. It's basically just birth of a nation tier shit, you know. Everyone, they all want to be like Klan guys riding in with their horses to save the white women. I think power consolidates, and if your ideology is about being over other people, it makes sense that you would seek out romantic and sexual partners who are like just completely socially, you know, next to you. Because they're evil. Yeah, it's fundamentally about power, yeah. It's like how they say, like, it's not about sex, it's about power, right? If it was about sex, nobody would, because they would just jerk off. It was literally just about, like, oh, pussy feels good, they would just jerk off, right? Like, oh yeah, dude, the difference between how pussy feels and my hand feels is so great that I'll commit a felony in order to, like, achieve that. No, just get a pocket pussy. If it was about the physical, they would get a little fucking pocket pussy or whatever. It's not about sex. Conservatives want you to think it's about sex because they don't like you understanding the real ideology behind it, which is one they believe in, which is about total power over women or, you know, a bunch of other people. Is it okay to essentialize conservatives? Well, we're talking about an ideology right now. It's not really about essentialization. These are ideological components of their belief system. Not every conservative will subscribe to every element of the stuff that conservatives generally push for, but there are certainly trends. Is CNC wrong or a red flag in your eyes? Consensual non-consent? No, if you're an adult and you have a consenting adult, then you two can do whatever you want. Just be open and communicative. That's fine. People fetishize lots of weird stuff. It's fine, you know. Obviously, you have to be, like, responsible about it, but the consent element, I think, you know, is fine. Consent is cool, actually, I think. It's pretty okay.